Hey folks, this is Kalori. Welcome to Scrum and Agile Digest. So let's look at another case study for Adobe. Right, Adobe is a video editor. It's very popular. They also had a lot of challenges. They had lots of open bugs, and this case study was done way back in 2008. And they had a lot of bugs, and no one was actually keeping track of the open bugs for almost 6 months. So they delivered a product that was so buggy that they received terrible reviews for it. I think somewhere in 2008 they had a Premiere Pro edition that they released, which didn't do that well. So Adobe, they heard about some success with Scrum, that another team had a lot of success with Scrum. They decided to give it a go. Now Adobe had teams all across Seattle, San Jose, Minnesota, and there were remote teams as well. So the first impediment that they actually faced was communication with the remote teams. How do you really do that, right? So they invested in virtual communication tools like WebEx, you have Zoom, you have Slack, you have so many other tools now that can help you in communicating with remote teams or distributed teams. The second impediment was breaking down big features. So what they did was they did a vertical slice approach. Basically, they connected team with experienced peers and they let them slice user stories together. Again, teamwork, collaborative teams. Third impediment, they working with non-agile teams, right? So they integrated with certain teams like the creative suite team, who didn't use Agile, right? So there were a lot of impediments for them, but they had a proper strategy of using, good virtual communication tools. There was a lot of teamwork who sliced and diced the stories together. And they had good coaching, Scrum coaching, so they could work with non-Agile teams. So they decided to release frequently with constant communication. And they had 3 different Scrum teams, right? Remember this Scrum of Scrums, something like that. So they had 3 different Scrum teams, but a single product owner, right? And however, they had a product owner bottleneck. So the product owner council made up of domain experts across management and team, and the result, number of bugs decreased by 43%. So once they adopted the Scrum of Scrums, they had these multiple Scrum teams with a single product owner. They actually decreased their bugs by 43%. There were more defects that were fixed every month. More people surveyed in Adobe wanted to continue using Scrum. They were happy with it because obviously, you're getting a better quality product. Why not? The quality of the software improved, communication model improved. There was a better product that was being delivered to the customer since implementing Scrum. Again, another success story for Adobe. So, and there are multiple case studies out there. If I start talking about it, it will probably take me a couple of years to go through all the case studies. I don't want to bore you with that. But, the main thing to understand is that there are some strategies that you have to adopt. You take these Scrum principles as your Bible book, but then you adopt it according to your needs, according to your organization. And always start small, then go big. A couple of thoughts that I will leave with at the end is plan for continuous improvement, assess your progress frequently, form communities of practice. You should have these agile boards, Scrum boards, where you discuss what different teams are doing. It can be an intranet channel within your company where different teams, different departments are meeting together. They're discussing what worked for them, what didn't work for them. Learn from their mistakes. Create an agile adoption backlog. So always the backlog. Try to prioritize it. Adopt agile practices. And then, take small steps, make incremental improvements. Don't go for everything at once. So what can you actually start doing tomorrow, right? Um, once you've started, once you've decided that you go with Agile Scrum, you have the buy-in, you have the funds, you focus on the Agile values, make sure you have a good Scrum Master, right? Who has the experience, right? Who understands Scrum, because they're going to be the cheerleaders, they're going to be the evangelists for Scrum. They're going to motivate the teams, they're going to motivate the product owner. So having a good Scrum Master is very important. Educate everybody, right? Invest the time to coach your teams, coach your Scrum. You can't just one day come into the office, write on the whiteboard that I'm going to be doing Agile or Scrum. Let's do it. It doesn't work like that. You have to prepare for it. It's a big cultural shift. It's a big cultural change. Prioritize what areas are important for you, right? Prioritize your backlog, prioritize your technical debt, prioritize what's important for you, what's giving you the maximum ROI, what the stakeholders will like, right? And then, start a sprint, do the inspection adaptation, be transparent, look at your burndown charts, look at the other metrics, make sure that the impediments are coming much before the end of the sprint, so you can tackle it and get back on track. And most important, at the end of the sprint, deliver an MVP, a minimal viable product, and make sure the teams are able to collaborate, work together, self-organize. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for patiently listening to me. I really appreciate it. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting more about Agile and Scrum. I've also posted a link to my book called Scrum and Agile Playbook, and this is available on Amazon Kindle. I really worked hard on this book. It has multiple case studies. It has Scrum scenarios, velocity calculations, anti-patterns, and so much more. I really think you'll find this book useful. This book is for everyone. It's for Scrum Master, product owner, development team, and anyone else who's interested in Scrum. This book will actually help you master the skills to elegantly use Scrum and get good mileage out of it. I will teach you how to develop a well-calibrated, well-oiled Scrum process, monitor it, and track it. And it'll give you a good idea of where your process is headed. I have used easy-to-understand examples and scenarios without all the business jargon to make you rethink your Scrum strategy. It'll guide you and your teams in discovering why Agile techniques work and how to create an effective Agile environment. Users will gain the knowledge to improve various areas of project management. So thank you again for listening. Please provide your feedback in the comments below. Stay safe and see you next time.